His name is day 311, and today's question is, what fears am I reflecting? I think it's, what fears am I reflecting onto other people that I have? Now, one thing that I do fear that I reflect is sometimes I call call people arrogant, other people arrogant sometimes. Not in terms of morally, but I think intellectually. When you can't admit that there's a slight possibility you might be wrong. In my mind, and sometimes if I'm comfortable with them and they're comfortable with me, I call them arrogant. I think it's ironic, because to say that, even if it's true that they're arrogant, to say that in their mind, I therefore become arrogant. I somehow come off as Mr. Know-It-All, and that's not the case. So I kind of project that insecurity, or whatever you want to call it, but I suppose it's an insecurity upon that. And the irony is, again, that I live my life trying to be humble, trying to live with humility, but it kind of backfires and looks like the exact opposite. So that's the main thing that I fear that I reflect a lot of the time. And that's why when it comes to with friends and family in particular, I don't really engage in these philosophical or religious or not even just more controversial topics, because I come off sometimes, not all the time, but I think to their mind, and it could be true that sometimes I am quite douchey, but not all the time. And yeah, that's the main thing. I think a lot of people do project their insecurities onto other people. Like, why don't you get a job and this and that, when I think deep down, the person proclaiming that or shouting that is maybe not happy with their job satisfaction. Or I don't really like it when people say, that's a red flag for me in terms of relationships. People a lot these days are very quick to look for red flags, as opposed to just, most people don't live with malicious intent. They don't go about trying to exude red flags. They're just being themselves, and it can lead to miscommunication if you just assume what they're saying and their ill intent. I'll see you tomorrow, and it's nearly been a year. Bye.